All right, for the people who don't know, man, who we got on DaeDaeTV, man?
My name is AO Productions. My name is, my government name is Austin, but AO Productions is AO Austin Ober Productions.
For sure. Now, my first question would be like, what's your name? But obviously, AO, that's your initial. So my first question is, what originally is you from, man?
I was born in Richfield, Minnesota. That's where I grew up. I did relocate a couple times, but for the most part, I stayed in Richfield. That's where I'm at now as well.
Now, growing up in Richfield, how was it? Like, what was like your everyday life like and growing up in Richfield?
Wasn't too bad. I mean, it was, same thing growing up, anywhere. I mean, obviously there's other parts of the city that's worse than others, but we had our ups and downs with everything. It wasn't too bad though. Definitely wasn't too bad.
Now, what's a few schools you went to? I should ask.
I grew up going to Richfield, but I transferred to Edina, and that's where I graduated from. I transferred there in 8th grade, and like I said, I graduated from there in 2014.
Okay. So when and what made you want to start shooting videos?
So in high school, in 12th grade, I took a photography class, a film photography class, and I had a film camera that I had bought for that class, and I really liked that class. I liked photography, and that's what I started doing photography and all that. But when I then in the middle through the school year, my house got broken into by some friends by some people that I called my friends and I trusted. And I guess the reason I knew it was them people was because it was something specific that stood out to me as soon as I walked in the crib. I didn't notice it was broken into up until I walked in my room and I saw where only a couple people knew where I put my money at when what I was doing. I put my money in a shoebox in my drawer. And that was the first thing I noticed. It was all rambled through, and I looked at it. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I went through the house, and I saw a window was busted open, and there was a couple other things missing. Of course, some of my dad's stuff, my brother's stuff, and bothersome. But I overcame that, and I had a friend, my friend Khalik. He had a Canon T2i that I talked to my teacher, and she wasn't too ecstatic about me not having a film camera, but I told her I couldn't really afford that at the moment. My friend had gave me the camera and I paid him off, slowly but surely, and I got to use that camera, and it was I believe a DSLR, so it was capable of shooting video as well, and that's how that all started, or that's where that began.
For sure. Did that change like your perspective on like friends or like close people who you would call like like your peoples?
Most definitely. I mean, the people that did it wasn't my close friends, but I grew up with them since, then I was like 7 or 8. I was always kicking it with the older kids, thinking I was cool, and who doesn't want to kick it with somebody that's 3, 4 years older than him? But yeah. Obviously it wasn't the best for me. It definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things though. And as I got older, it kind of molded me as who I am today.
For sure, because I know like people always think like it's always my day ones,
yeah.
But it's really never that. Like you don't gotta know them since 5 or 6, because those really the ones who really be crossing you. Like
day one has different meanings to it. Day one is who was real from the day one that you started kicking it with. For sure.
Now, did you have to go to like college or like any school like for the editing or any video thing, or was it just all like just brains and really just noticing like everything on your own, really?
And you see this head, man. You see this big ass head. No, I didn't go to college though. I jumped straight into it from high school. After I graduated, I did not go to college. I learned pretty much everything I learned was from YouTube and a couple things here and there from different videographers and tips and things that I can catch on to from watching other videos and stuff. But the majority of it was definitely YouTube and I guess trial and error, and you can definitely see that from looking at the progression through my videos on my channel.
Now, I see you network a lot in Chicago. Like, I see that you go out there and really shoot a lot of scenes out there. And I noticed that a lot of cameramans in Chicago, they usually like stick together. They usually like meet up, link up, like help each other out with content whatsoever. Like, do you feel like it's the same thing in Minnesota, or do you feel like everybody just, migrate and really do like their own thing, really?
I guess I think it varies. It definitely varies because there is some that stick together and there are some that do their own thing. But I feel like there is. I don't know if it's a specific. If they all grew up together or whatever, or they all know each other from personal things or whatever. But there is a lot of people that stick together, and it's awesome. It's amazing that they are able to do that. Push each other and show each other support and all that. But I feel like there could definitely be more support as in abroad instead of just in a closed circle.
For sure. Do you feel like you get the support like as a cameraman? Do you feel like people like really like reach out to you if they needed like some help on anything, or do you feel like nobody really show you like no type of support really?
I guess to answer your question, do people show me support? No, not at all, which is mind-boggling, but to each his own. But to answer your second question about people reaching out to me, I have had some videographers reach out to me, and I've always showed love, and I always, if they ask me for a question on something specific, I'm always open-ended to answer it and help out, because I love being able to, I want to see everybody succeed, and I want to see people grow, So yeah, I mean, I have no problem helping other people out or helping other videographers out or photographers but I don't think I get any type of support from any other videographers in Minnesota specifically, or I don't know why, but that's cool too.
Now I see that you big on like family, like like you all about your family. Like, was it like have it ever been like a time like like your girl or like maybe your kids felt like you was really taking like your video thing like a little bit more serious than like your family, or like basically was it like hard balancing like both?
It's definitely been hard balancing both, but I feel like I do a damn good job at doing it. My girl, she is damn near my backbone with it. She shows me a lot of support, and she handles that shit like a boss. I couldn't ask for nobody better to do it, do it with, because she definitely knows what she's doing and she handles it how she needs to handle it, and I appreciate it more than she ever will know. But it has been, it's difficult because it'll be some days that I'll be gone all day, and I know that's stressful on her. I know it's stressful on me being away from the children because I love being with them so much. But you got to do what you got to do, and I feel like doing my videos has given me ample opportunity to do, what I want to do with them when I want to do, when I want to do it. And I mean, whenever I go to Chicago, whenever I go, I went to Houston by myself, I guess, to do that Black Ink stuff. But 9 out of 10 times I go to Chicago, they with me, and I'm driving instead of flying because our girl don't like to fly. But and it's cheaper to drive for sure. I do a rental car every time. I don't like putting miles on my vehicle, but I mean, it's fun. I turn it into a family trip every time. We make fun of it.
For sure. So my next question, man, what's the most dangerous scene I say you don't went to? Like, it can be any other state, specifically gotta be Minnesota, or like what's like the most craziest scene that you done went to and it was just like, man, you didn't expect it, so once you like basically got there.
I'll tap into 2 of them. So one that wasn't so crazy, but for me it was crazy. Like my anxiety was rushing. I thought it was gonna be a little different than it was. But when I met up with Rico Reckless, I was living in Illinois. Before I moved out to Illinois. I'd go out there and visit once in a while because my girl was staying out there, and I had hit him up on Instagram, or Twitter, one of the two, and I just DM'd him. I DM'd a couple of rappers, and I was just trying to see what's to it, and he messaged me back. And at first, he called me. I gave him my number. I told him call me, and at first I'm like, is this really him? I didn't know if it was somebody trying to set me up or what. So, but I just went with my gut, and I just went and I just had her drop me off, and sure enough, it was him. And we made a decent connection, which didn't, it didn't transpire into the future, but yeah, I mean, that was pretty crazy for me, as I was just starting out. That was probably a year or two into me just doing videos. So for me to just jump right into somebody like that, I ain't gonna say my first video for him was perfect, but my second one that I did, A Day in the Life, it's on my channel still. That month, that one was a pretty damn good video for just starting out. It damn near it got over 500,000 views on it right now. But I guess a different situation that was a little bit more crazy was a video probably back in 2016 or 2016, 2017. I was shooting, it was in Minneapolis, and I pulled up, set my camera equipment up, and I wasn't too aware of my surroundings. Excuse me. And shit started going on, and a vehicle had drove by and just started shooting at the whole crowd. So I grabbed all my shit. Got my backpack over here, and I twisting my stabilizer up, put my camera attached to it, and I just had to grab all my shit real quick because I'm not just gonna stand in the line of fire. Took my shit and started running. I went into somebody's backyard and I just sat there for a minute, tried to tell shit cool down, and then I went my ass straight to the bus stop and told their ass I'm going to the crib, bro. We can shoot that video another day or something. Yeah. Which we did. We did end up shooting that video another day, and that video damn near got 100,000 views on it too.
So did that change like your perspective on like going to like videos, or was it basically pretty much the same?
I feel like it changed my awareness. I'm way more aware now, and I don't like asking artists 1,001 questions because I don't want them to be like, damn, what's to do? But I definitely, I don't want to put myself in no dangerous situation. So being aware of my surroundings, and I keep myself safe. So I feel like, yeah, it definitely changed how I go into how I go into video shoots for sure.
Okay. So what's the everyday life for Ayo? Like what do people don't, really expect from you, or like outside of like music videos?
I guess, like I said, my children is a big part of my life. I like to, surround myself with them every day that I could. School just came back in session, so, they're busy with school damn near until 2:30, but all three of them come in the door. But aside from that, I'm very in tune with their school stuff. I like to, one-on-one time with the ones that do need it, more help and homework help. My oldest doesn't really get homework like that, but yeah, I hope his ass start getting homework. But the other two get homework, and the independent reading. I'm very big on education. I want them to be the best people that they can, come to be in the future, in the near future specifically. So education is definitely a big part of my life with them, and I guess them specifically they're a big part of my life on a day-to-day basis, and I guess they run my life every day.
For sure. Now, COVID-19, like that really affected a lot of people. Like for cameramans, video mans, how did that really like affect like what you had to do, or was it just nothing basically? Like,
I guess I didn't really take.
My fault to cut you off, but I know like, yeah, like the deaths, and like it really affected like the deaths, the COVID-19. But like for you, like you pulling up, still shooting your videos, did that like affect you in any way?
It depended on the situation. Like when I went to Houston and did that stuff for the Black Ink Crew, I was the only person in the club wearing a mask and stuff. Cause I just, I ain't never really take the pandemic serious, but I had my father-in-law, he was a little older, so I kind of, I'm just a little cautious about things because I was always around him, and the two children that me and my girl took in now, are his sons, and we would always be going to his house and checking on him and making sure they straight, and groceries, this and that, and laundry, doing whatever we need to do for him. But so I took it serious in that type of aspect, but in other hands, like when I was just pulling up to a video, we outside or whatever, I would it didn't really change too much. I'm not a firm believer too much in the virus, but to each his own with that as well.
Okay. So what really inspired you to like really keep going and really like basically do what you do, I should say?
Uh, I say financial freedom, but I don't do it for the money, which kind of X's each other out, I guess. It sounds stupid, but I do it for financial freedom because you're supposed to find something you like to do and you love to do and do that to the fullest extent, but I don't do it for the money. Like I said, it kind of go hand in hand. It don't make sense, but it do. But because I love to get paid off of it, but I'm not looking for like the next video to get a band off of or whatever. I charge a decent ass price for what I do, and I feel like my price is pretty damn good for what I do and my quality of my work. But I mean, I just love doing it, and that's what you're supposed to find doing. And you're supposed to get paid for doing what you love doing. So, for sure.
Now, other than videos, like, I should say, like, before you really like got into it deep, like with the videos, like, did you want to like be an artist at a point in time? Like, did you want to like, did you go to the studio, or did you want to like to pursue music more than you like wanted to shoot videos, I should say?
For sure, yeah. Damn, I didn't even tap into it like that in the last one. Back in middle school, yeah. Back in middle school, I started rapping. I wasn't too good, but I had a group with a couple of my friends. We had Grant, we had Alec, and Grant's older brother, and we called ourselves Kids Inc. Lame as hell, but we did. And we had the girls singing or rapping our songs at the lunch table. I wish I could find that shit. That shit is long gone, but after that, I mean, I had separated myself from them because I didn't really agree with everything. We was in middle school, so everybody kind of, that's when you pick your lane and you try to find it. But I kept going with the rapping, and I had another friend, Khalik, that I bought my first camera from actually, and we started recording in my basement, doing that was probably 10th grade year, 9th or 10th grade year, going into 11th. And we had a whole little in-home studio. That shit was damn near like a professional studio. A little, hood professional studio, a little makeshift professional studio. But we had the pillows in the ceiling, trying to, make the echo as low as possible. Carpet on the floor or rug on the floor because it was all cement. But I mean, it was top-notch quality that we was doing. It's just the lyricism probably wasn't top-notch, but at the time, we definitely thought we were doing our thing, but my dad probably did not like that too much. Him trying to go to bed and we up until 3, 4 in the morning cussing, 14 years old, 15 years old, cussing our ass off. It was fun, but I think I found, my true passion with videography, for sure.
So what made you want to like really pursue the video more than like you ain't feel like you had it enough like with the music, or like did you like, I know like this something like you really want to do, but like what made you really go hard with the videos more than like your music career?
I guess oversaturation with the rapping and being an artist. I feel like I wasn't the worst, but like, I don't know, I hate to say like what's the chances, because I don't want to down talk nobody else and what they're doing, because like what's the chances you're gonna make it big? The chances are, like, how consistent are you? How do you push yourself? What do you do you invest in it? Do you really push yourself? But I feel like videography still couldn't be my lane, but I'm pushing it because that's what I love to do, and that's what you're supposed to do. Consistency is key. I tell that to damn near everybody I work with when I'm dropping my videos with them, consistency is key. Regardless if you're shooting with me, shooting with somebody else, just stay consistent and doing what you're doing is, you're going to get to where you want to be at if you stay consistent, regardless if it take you a year, 5 years, 10 years, but if you want to make it somewhere, I believe you can make it somewhere. I'm real big in manifestation, real big with that.
For sure. Now I know like you shoot videos and everything, but if somebody like came to you and like wanna, like you wanted to like branch off and do something else, like if somebody came to you like, man, we want you in a movie, or we want you to, you know, like really like do something outside and what you basically doing, would you be open to do it?
As far as acting
Yeah, as far as acting.
uh yeah, I mean I would definitely take interest in it. I'm camera shy as hell though. I ain't never been on this side of the camera. I mean I have, you know, but life touch, you know, back in school when you're taking the photos and the awkward little head poses and shit, but yeah, I would definitely venture into it because a broader portfolio can always help, you know, get to where you need to be at. But I would definitely, you know, I'm an anxious ass person, so my anxiety would probably be through the roof if I was to act in any type of thing, even if it was a short film, commercial, or a long film. My anxiety would definitely get the best of me, but I feel like I'm pretty good with dealing with it.
For sure. So my next question is like, you've been shooting videos. I know you've been shooting videos like you know, it's been a minute, like since you've been really tapped in. But like, has somebody like ever tried to like finesse you on a video, or like basically get over on you, like basically ain't pay, or try to just do like some funny shit, basically, I should say.
It's happened a couple times. I mean, the non-payment with the video, I mean, shit getting taken off YouTube right away. So that's the easy fix with that. But I guess a waste of my time. But it's happened a couple of times where, you know, this really irritates me, where an artist will, I'm not gonna name nobody specifically, but like an artist will want to put it on their channel. It's clear as day that I got probably damn near close to 300 videos on my channel. You know, I like to post my work on my channel. You know, I have had artists that I've made deals with, you know, they pay extra and they'll go on their channel, but I get paid off my views. It's not too much, but it's significant amount where I like to have all my work on my channel it's my portfolio, you know. If somebody's looking at my work, they get to see all my work. So that's one thing that irritates me unless I talk to them about it beforehand. But I've had artists, you know, pull it out the hat as soon as I'm about to drop the video. They like, hold on, let's drop it on my channel. Man, we should have already had this established. You see where all my videos are getting dropped, so I don't know. I guess that come with better communication, though. I guess on both ends, for sure.
I feel you. Now my next question, like, have you ever felt like you had to like pick a side in like beefs or like anything that got, you know, like that? I know like people, cause I know like people, they get mad at like certain cameramans, you know, like, man, he's shooting his video, why he can't shoot mine? Or
Right.
you know, like, have you ever felt like you had to like pick a side in anything, like?
I say no, and I emphasis on the no because that's something that's been coming up a lot recently because I've been doing a lot of videos, you know, for the north side, the highs, the lows, and damn near every time I link up with somebody from the other side, you know, they like, bro, like, you know, they questioning everything. I just, you know, I'm not involved with nothing like that. I'm a cameraman. I'm not behind the scenes on nothing. You know, I don't, you know, I got friends here and there, but I'm not picking sides. I don't, that shit, everybody got going on what they got going on, and I like to stay out of it, you know. I'm a cameraman first and foremost.
For sure. All right, so what's one thing people don't know about AO, man?
One thing that they don't know is, what I want you guys to know is I want to be more involved with like the community, you know, not just my community, but the surrounding community. I want to, you know, I would love it if, you know, different videographers or even artists or whoever wants to get involved. I would love to do some, you know, community events or like, you know, uh, like backpacks for the kids or school supplies for the kids at the beginning of the year, or like Thanksgiving turkey drives or gift drives for Christmas. I would love to get that shit started. I mean, I've tried to, but just the support that I be getting when I try to, it's not big enough to, you know, to start it. Like I could do it on my own, but the more the merrier, you know, most definitely. So if anybody, you know, watching this want to tap in with me, let's definitely get that going.
Do you feel like one day like you gonna stop, like, you know, I know this, like, this your passion, like shooting videos, but do you feel like one day you just gonna, you know, you just gonna really just stop, like, or really branch off and like really do something else? One day people like gonna hit you up for a video, but you gonna tell them like, I don't shoot videos no more. Do you see that day like ever coming?
I guess it's been on the back of my mind, like, cause you know, I I feel like I should be farther than I am right now, but that's more my personal fault, and I've done things in the recent days to try to change that and try to push myself a little bit more, give myself a little bit more motivation. But I would definitely hope not. I want to continue doing what I do. You know, I love doing it, but eventually I want to, like, I guess, expand on it. You know, I don't want to just be somebody that just pulls up and does music videos all the time. Like, I would love to do short films or, you know, Netflix documentaries or something, or like just like something that always got me interested was like the Blue Planet and shit like that. Like doing shit for like animals and stuff. I love that type of shit. Like high frame rate, just the slow motion. I love all that type of shit. But I would love to build my own production company one day, but it's hard to do when you on your own.
On
You
your
know?
own, yeah.
But it's definitely feasible. It's definitely there. But it's just, I guess, my work ethic and what I got, to put into it for sure.
Now, if somebody wanna like, like, man, if somebody like been pressed you and like, man, I gotta get, you know what I'm saying? I want Ayo to get back on a song with me, like, man, like Ayo, like, man, what's up, man? Like, why you just stop rapping, man? We need you to get back in the booth. Like, do you feel like you'll ever like get back in the booth and really start taking music really serious?
Probably not serious, but I'll have some fun with it. I know a couple of friends that would want to do that with me. I mean, yeah. I could definitely do it. You know, it's fun to me. Just having fun though. Nothing, like I said, nothing serious. But I mean, like I wasn't horrible, but I feel like I could put words together pretty damn well.
All right, man. So how what's your social media, man? What's a couple links everybody can get up with you, if they want a video or anything.
For sure. My Facebook is my name, Austin. It's AUSTIN, last name OBERT. My Instagram is AO Productions, or it's at A dot capital O A or capital A dot capital O underscore productions. My YouTube channel is, youtube.com/ capital A capital O capital PROD. I got a Twitter, and I don't really use Twitter, but Instagram probably the best way to get in touch with me. And then, I got a contact button on there too, my phone number and all that, my email and all that, but that's how you can get in touch with me.
Now I ain't even asked, man. Is there anything else here you gotta get off your chest, or any other statements, anything?
Stop playing with me in Minnesota, man. Show me more love. I'm an amazing videographer, and I got a lot to offer to the people, I want to work with, a couple big names in Minnesota. My work has definitely been noticed. I know you guys see who I am. I know y'all know who I am. So stop playing with me, man. I don't know what it is. Stop playing with me. Let's work. Let's definitely work.
For sure, man. Let the people know who got up with you for the interview, man.
DaeDaeTV, man. Fuck with them.
For sure, man.